and welcome to Diecast Restos. I'm Jason and this is the Matchbox Superfast 68C Porsche 910. It was made from 1970 until 1975, though it did appear as a Super GT model for a couple of years in the mid-80s. All except one variation were painted in a clear coat red over gold primer, the exception being a 1971 white Broomstick car. I only read about the gold primer after completing my build, so I've tackled the colour match in a slightly different way. This is one in better shape, and this is the Porsche 910 it is based on. The Porsche 910, also known as the Carrera 10, was active as a race car from 1966 to 1967. Based on the preceding 906, its factory name was the 906/10. 29 cars were built. While the 906 was a street-legal racer, the 910 was fitted with 13-inch wheels with tyres used in Formula 1, which were centre-locked in place of the 906's 5-nut wheels. Additionally, the 910 was shorter and lighter than the 906. The cars were powered by either 2-litre 6-cylinder, 2.2-litre 6-cylinder, or 2-litre 8-cylinder engines. It was first entered into competition in mid-1966 in the European Hill Climb Championship in Switzerland. The 910's primary competition were Ferrari's Dino 206P, but were often beaten by Ford's more powerful GT40 or Ferrari's class-sharing prototypes. In 1967, at the 1,000 kilometres of the Nürburgring, Porsche entered 6 cars in an attempt to record their first overall win. While 2 of the 3 8-cylinder cars entered failed to finish, the third car finished 4th, but the 6-cylinder cars took 1, 2, 3. However, 2 weeks later at the 1967 24 Hours of Le Mans, Porsche's 907 Longtail prototype was ready to race. This finished the race in 5th, ahead of a 910 and 2 906s. Porsche then discontinued the use of the 910 as a factory car, but it continued to be raced privately in the European Hill Climbing Championship. The open-top 910-8 Berg Spider won both the 1967 and 1968 championship. Similar to the 1969 Ford Group 6 at 45C, the 910 is a casting of a car arguably more successful than the Ford, but still not an all-conquering racer. Still, it is a very nice design, and I opt to use the clear red over silver primer, unlike Lesney who used gold primer. Today though, I am using a new scratch remover. Instead of Autosol, I'm using Polywatch to buff out the scuffs in the plastic window piece. I'm now using clear orange for the first time over the red to give the casting that slightly dark bronze effect. I think the combination of these two clear coats looks excellent. I do continue to use Autosol to polish the metal base after ridding it of some dried paint over the wording. I really love this technique over these old unpainted metal pieces. Years worth of grot and grime are lifted to leave a sparkling finish. I replaced my dirty roller with a clean one to finish the job. Now here's why I don't show myself reattaching these wheels ever. It's all fingers and thumbs while I try to lift the rather stiff suspension clip. Meanwhile, the Polywatch polished window piece is dunked in Astonish polish. Now I can apply my number 68 decal. I'll leave a link to the source in the description. It's a fairly simple font with a white octagonal background, but it looks just like the original design. Once it's in the correct position, I roll out the excess moisture and then apply Mr. Mark Softer solution to help it set properly. Now here are the parts that make up the 68C. First to be reinserted is the amber coloured window piece. If you find one of these models with a clear window, you've found yourself a rare variation. With the interior in, the base slots in via the tail lights and is secured to the front with a screw. So here's how my 68C Porsche 910 by Matchbox looked. Mine was very cloudy on the window, missing its 68 decal, and scratched in all the places you would expect. It also had some red paint lightly covering the base. My challenge today was matching the original shade of red over gold primer, without using any gold primer. I opted to use clear orange over clear red over silver, and here's how that looks. I don't think I've done too badly considering I didn't know about the gold primer until I'd finished the restoration. I could have perhaps used red clear over a gold paint in hindsight, but I'm happy enough with the outcome. I think that the Polywatch has worked really well on cleaning up that window piece. It's now a lot more translucent. The autosol stays though for the base, which includes the tail lights and exhaust features. The wheels were washed in Citadel, and Molotochrome restored the usually foil printed wheel trims. And that decal finishes the casting off, expertly reproduced by Steve Flowers at Model Supplies. But anyway, that's all from me for now. Please pop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and do subscribe. Please consider supporting the channel on Patreon. Thank you to those who already contribute. But all that leaves me to say is thanks for watching, and I'll see you again for the next one. Bye for now.